What's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you for an ML Sports Take, brought to you by Carvel of North Syracuse, Liverpool Physical Therapy, and Tiny Bubbles Laundromat. If you're a Bono alum in and around Central New York, stop by. Get the Pay Range mobile app. The Pay Range mobile app. Just download it. You can wash, dry, and fold laundry for only $1 a pound. What a deal. Life's busy. Just take your laundry somewhere, put it in, let's go, and take it away, and you've saved all that time. Speaking of which, I have to go put the laundry in the dryer after this video. Fulton, Liverpool, East Syracuse. 3 great locations, man. Tiny Bubbles Laundromat, a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. Been thinking a lot about this. Have the Bonnies salvaged the season, right? Because we went in this year, all the expectations, the top 25 ranking, everybody's back, as high as 16, winning the Charleston Classic, getting into it, going, oh, this team is the real deal. Last year was great. They won the A-10 regular season. They won the A-10 tournament. They make it to the NCAAs. They lose and look very, very flat against LSU. They just missed a bunch of shots. I don't think it was, NBA talent versus no NBA talent, and just too big, too physical, too strong, Power 5, raw. I don't think it was that at all. I think Bonaventure missed a bunch of shots, and they just kind of looked flat in terms of how they were running their offense. Eventually, LSU wore them down, but I think that was really the start of the problems for the Bonnies. This year, though, with everything going on, you thought, oh, maybe they'll not only make the NCAA tournament, they should make the tournament, but make some noise in the NCAA tournament. And it didn't turn out to be that way. We know. I mean, they lose against Northern Iowa. A good team. A.J. Green goes off, but you can't lose that game at home if you're the Bonnies in the spot that they were in. They obviously lose to UConn and Virginia Tech on neutral courts, blowing out against Virginia Tech. Lofton comes back too early. UConn, double-digit loss. The Dayton fiasco on the road, lose by 18. They lose at George Mason. The 2 games in the first week of February, Davidson, Richmond on the road. Maybe you split there. Nope. They lose both, right? And then, of course, the A-10 game against St. Louis, where Kyle Lofton misses a couple of free throws. Well, fast forward now to late March. The Bonnies are at Madison Square Garden. They are playing at the Mecca of basketball. The NIT history that Bonaventure has. Another game on ESPN. But now the exposure just has exploded, because you think about, you win 1 in the NIT and you're like, that's kind of nice, I guess. You win 2, you're like, oh, all right, cool. But that third one was huge, to win at Virginia, because you had to, at that point, you had to get to the Mecca. You had to get to New York City. And in a time where Mark Schmidt, was kind of dangling, maybe going to UMass, and that whole thing fizzled out. You're coming back to Bonaventure. He got a raise. His staff got a raise. All of that going on. All these players probably leaving. They can come back because of the corona year. But Oshun and Attaway and Holmes and Welch and Lofton probably all out. And this is the last run here, right? What a recruiting tool to use here, playing in the NIT Final Four, in the Mecca, in New York City. You can recruit like crazy with just using that, the New Jersey, New York pipeline of unbelievable basketball players and programs, both public and private. This is a huge, huge deal for a school like St. Bonnie to play at Madison Square Garden. I think they have salvaged a season. I really do. I know the NIT is not the NCAAs, but you go into 3 places like that, hostile environments, different time zones, the altitude in Colorado, the amazing, amazing performance by Holmes against Oklahoma with 23 points, the acrobatic 3-point shooting from Welch, and the deep ones with Attaway, the guts, the determination, leaving it all out on the floor, the Virginia game, the plays down the stretch, the clutchness, down 50-45, felt like a 10-point lead for Virginia, and somehow Bonaventure came out of it. They won the game. And Kyle Lofton with a couple free throws to end it, and then obviously Oshuni with the ridiculous block in the last couple of seconds, reading the guard and swatting it away, and then getting the program to MSG. It's just spectacular. It's just amazing. And so, you look, while it is not the NCAAs, guess what? Bonaventure is still going to be able to hang up another banner, and it's going to say NIT Final Four, and with 2 more wins, it'll say NIT champions. So this has just been terrific. And I didn't know how they were going to go into this thing. I really didn't. I didn't know if they were going to want it and be motivated and all the rest. I never said that they weren't going to want it. I presented the question, will they be? Will they and they won't are 2 different things. And so they've shown that they want it in more ways than one. And let's see what they do against Xavier. But I do think, if you're asking me the question, have they salvaged the season? Despite this not being the NCAAs, they're still playing. It's almost April. Final Four, the Mecca, New York, Madison Square Garden, getting there, having that opportunity. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Bonaventure and that program and that school and everything it represents to be at MSG in today's climate. Enormous. Absolutely enormous. I'm Mike Lindsley, ML Sports Take here, brought to you by Rosie's Corner. If you're in and around Central New York, stop by Rosie's Corner. Today is Fish Friday, and you have a situation where you can go there and grab the entree version for dinner or the lunch version for, your fish sandwich, coleslaw, French fries, mac and cheese on the side, pizza wing combos for all the games today and tomorrow as well. Rosie's Corner is a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor, and a tip of the cap thank you as well to Camillus Golf Club, Carvel of North Syracuse, and Bowers & Company CPAs. Hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports, and as I always tell you, enjoy the games.